Honorable Deputy Chairman of the Committee, all honorable members of the committee, Honorable Minister, the Permanent Secretary, all the directors that are here, we bring you greetings on behalf of the 31 million Nigerians with disabilities. The National Commission for Persons with Disabilities was established according to the Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Prohibition Act. I want to seize this opportunity to thank the 8th Assembly for passing this bill into an act. We deeply appreciate His Excellency the President Muhammadu Buhari for signing that bill into an act that gives us the power today in Nigeria that makes us to feel belonging. I want to seize this opportunity again to especially thank our Minister, Hajia Sadia Umar Farouk, whom we always call the mother of persons with disabilities in Nigeria. She made excellent effort to ensure that she broke all barriers for this commission to come into being. And successfully today we have the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, which today give a high hope for persons with disabilities today in Nigeria. Sometimes we have a lot to do. At this juncture, I want to say that the commission that was established today is bringing a high hope from the disability community. The expectation is very high. When you look at this, in every ward you go today for your campaign, you must see 2, 3, 5, 10 persons with disabilities. They are there, they voted for you, you campaign with them, they voted for you and supported you. Now when you come here today, we are here before you, and this is the payback time to reach out to them. The National Commission for Persons with Disabilities is expected to improve the quality of life of persons with disabilities in Nigeria. Improving the quality of life of persons with disabilities, it touches on education, their health, provision of all the support devices and all other things, economic and social intervention. It is expected from us to the Commission to provide this to persons with disabilities in Nigeria today. Sincerely, we have a community of persons with disabilities well structured down to everywhere today in Nigeria, and our intervention is supposed to touch the 774 local governments in Nigeria today. Therefore, let me go into the budget allocated to us. The total allocation is 1,749,884,495 naira. While personnel cost is 749,884,498 naira. Again, the overhead cost is 299,999,000 naira, while 997 naira. The capital cost, they put it there as 700 million naira, but when we calculated it, we see it's 646 million naira as it is on the provided lines. Now, in this allocation, apart from the personnel cost, the overhead cost and the capital cost is 1 billion naira. And this 1 billion naira we are expected to take care of more than 31.5 million Nigerians with disabilities in Nigeria today. When you look into this, coming into education, we are supposed to support enrollment, improve enrollment of persons with disabilities in schools. The National Disability Act made provision that primary school, secondary school are supposed to be free for persons with disabilities. But getting them into this school is another issue. No matter how free it is, we must have to provide these assistive devices to them. We have to provide these all educational support devices to them. They in the provision of this, if you can just get this, the 700 million naira cannot even be able to take care of one full state.
One full state. One state.
Cannot be able to take care of one state today if we provide this intervention. If you look into this today, just relay machine today to get the updated relay equipment today for us to be able to provide to these people, it is costing about 400 to 500,000 naira one. And by every standard today, for us to be able to get our blind fellows to go to school, we just have to provide this. And you know that it is beyond the reach of a poor Nigerian with disability. And if we cannot provide this to them, automatically we are denying them education. And once we deny them education, we are denying their right according to the provision of the Act. When you come into this again, we have a lot of our brothers today that have been amputated. Their legs are not here. If they use crutches today to go, if they use crutches to move, these crutches cannot allow them to farm. All the social intervention, all the support coming from the federal government, support coming from different angles today, if they cannot be able to have this limb with them, they cannot be able to go to farm. Their life is completely halfway. This is our duty to see how we can be able to support it. There are a lot like me. There are a lot like me that cannot hear. Some may require hearing aid, some may not be able to require hearing aid. If they do not have this, it simply means that every classroom today in Nigeria, we must have a sign language interpreter to put them in all of these classrooms today in Nigeria, to be able to provide the services, to bridge the gap in communication so that our people can be able to access education. So now when you look apart from this, you come into area of accessibility today, a lot of we continue to build barriers every day. Our construction companies, our contractors today in our primary schools, our secondary schools, and the tertiary institutions, we continue to build barriers today. As these barriers, you continue to construct them, it continues to send persons with disabilities away from these places. It is our duty today as a commission to see what we can be able to do to solve this problem. Accessibility is a consideration issue. Accessibility is very, very capital intensive. For us to be able to provide this, we say that by doing this, we have to make provisions, to make some interventions in most of these tertiary institutions. Then when you look into all these areas today, our 700 billion naira cannot even be able to help us to develop the necessary accessibility standards for us to be able to get this to go and start doing the work. Again, we have youth with disabilities, we have women with disabilities, we have older people. There is a saying that anybody that is beyond 65 years and above is automatically a person with disability one way or the other.
He's not going to hear me, so let me. I need to.
And we are here before you.
I know.
Thank you.
How do you say thank you in sign language? Okay, look at me. You said something about having a national disability summit. Yes. Now, that national disability summit, I think is going to be a very good avenue for you to collect adequate and accurate data for persons with disabilities. So that summit is very important. However, you have only 20 million naira appropriated for it. Or, I don't understand. I think they just gave you these line items for you to have figures put in. These figures are not, they are not ideal. They cannot do anything, we know, and we are going to try our best to see how we can have the appropriation committee, see how they can expand some of these figures for you.
For education of people with disability. I know clearly they are inadequate across the country, but there are existing agencies with mandate, similar mandate. So I just want to advise that we work, if possible, we can actually take over the mandate from those agencies and bring it back. Since they have their own commission now, we can expunge it from the existing agencies and align to the new agencies, so that at least they know what their issues are, they know their concerns, and they can better manage those concerns. I said also that they are inadequate, and clearly they are. In my state, I think in the whole of Niger State, we have just 1 or 2 schools for people with disability. That's grossly inadequate, and I'm sure it's the same for most states across the country. So we need to, it's a new setup, good,